G'day folks, Pat Kelly from LearnCigarBoxGuitar.com with my choir here in the background because we're going to be looking at how to play a Christmas carol. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, the best way to learn this is to head over to my site and grab hold of the tab because there's a little bit going on here. It's not difficult, it takes a bit of time to learn a song like this, but it's by no means impossible. By no means. I wouldn't be here if it was impossible. But the tab will help you out, right? It's got some notation on there and all the information there that you need to play it. But what I'm going to do now is just go through it piece by piece and show you some of the tricks and how to negotiate an arrangement like this, where you've got stuff going on the bass and on the top, and it's a little bit more complex than some of the other perhaps pieces that you might have played in the past, right? So head over there, grab the tab, and that'll help a whole lot. In the meantime, I'll just run you through the tune, eh? Let's go. So before we get started on the actual arrangement, let's have a listen to the melody for that opening phrase, right? It's a classical piece, really, this, so the melody has to really come out. And it sounds like this. Right, so that's on the open string in the middle to the open string on the top, second fret there, fourth fret, second fret to the fifth fret on the bass, yeah, and then finish the phrase on the second fret there. Now, because you've got the tab, it will be extremely laborious and probably a waste of time to run through everything note for note here. That's not what we're about. What I'm more concerned with is taking you through some of the trickier passages and showing you how to negotiate the tab. Right? Now, you'll notice when you have a look at the tab that there's standard notation there, the dots as well, right? And you'll see with the dots there's little numbers next to some of them. Now, those numbers are really important. They tell you which fingers to use. Now, the thing with these guitars, I can play that G note, I'm tuned to G, there, or there, or there. So it's important that you pick the right one, because if I go to play that one, for example, let's see, how does it start? If I go to play that G note there, which sort of makes sense to me because my hand's here, that then makes it very difficult to run up and grab that next chord. If, however, I play that G note open, I've got an open string which gives me time to come down and grab that chord. Right, now that particular chord there is a D chord. I've got my little finger in the bass on the 7th fret, my second finger on the middle string there, playing the melody note on the 4th fret. Let's have a look at that phrase, because that's the crux of the whole piece, really, that opening phrase. I play the bass with the first note there, the we, comes in just before the bar, doesn't it? Like a little pickup or an anacrusis. There's the one there. We wish you a Merry Christmas. It's in 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Christmas. 1, 2, 3, Christmas. Right? So you count 1, 2, 3. So that's just the melody there with the bass note on the first beat. Now we've got a C chord, and I want to play the C chord with just the bass note there, the one note C on the 5th fret, and the melody note, which is the major third in C, there on the 2nd fret, middle string. Okay, so you just need to run over that little passage a lot. And once you've got that, the melody is right under your fingers. Thumb, first finger. Yeah? Okay, that's really important to practice that over and over again, and it might look a little bit tricky and feel a bit funny to start with as you're grabbing that C chord, but with time you'll get it, guaranteed. That's how it works. I'll play it a little slower. we push. Yeah, now the next phrase is essentially the same, but up a tone. Okay, up 2 frets. So instead of playing it in the open G there to start with, we play it on the A with the bar across the 2nd fret. Down there on the 4th fret, 4th finger on the top string. And open, like I said before, Christmas, there we move up to the D chord. And the same thing, finish the melody, thumb, 1st finger. I'll play that bit again. Open. Now we move up another 2 frets to the B. And this time the melody note's there on the 2nd finger, 5th fret on the top. And I am going to come down on my little finger there because I don't have an open string for that note there on the 7th fret, middle string. And now your melody note is back to the G chord. And I'm playing the 4th note of the G chord there on the bass. I beg your pardon, the 3rd note on the 4th fret on the bass, and the melody note open on the melody note in the. I could play it open, but I'm choosing to play it here because that just fits like that. It's in your tab. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Right, the 3rd one round, where we've got our 4th fret on the bass and 5th fret on the middle string. Now here's another important concept. To get to the next melody note, you move your whole hand so that you can play the next note with that 2nd finger again here on the 2nd finger, on the 2nd fret, I beg your pardon. So it's Christmas and open, right? So your whole hand has the big position shift there. Now it's important that you follow the numbers and play that with your 2nd finger. If you choose to play that with your 1st finger, you're having to move that 1st finger down onto here. And there's a gap there, a little space that takes away from the flowing fluidity. Flowing fluidity, did I really say that? The flowing movement of the thing, right? But on the other hand, if you go with your 2nd finger back there, it flows much better. And then to here, this is another tricky bit. What's going on there? I'm playing a C chord. Little finger, 5th fret on the bass, 1st finger, 2nd fret on the top, and then I bar down the top with that 1st finger so I can also hit the 2nd fret on the top string. Take my little finger off so I can play the next melody note there, 4th fret, middle string, and then open. Yeah? You play that little phrase a few times. Happy New Year. Okay, so I'm going to move on a little bit quick, I know, but you've got the tab. Right? The next part, glad tidings, easy, just open. Glad tidings, we now do a D chord, bring. This familiar shape by now with the little finger up there on the bass and the 1st finger on the 4th fret. So this is in the 4th position with your little finger on the 7th fret. Okay, this is why you need the tab. Okay, where are we? Glad tidings we bring, and then just a little fill to get us through to there, and then 1st finger up on the 2nd fret to play this chord up here. It's a D chord, isn't it? So that whole melody line there was just the A note, I beg your pardon, the A note on the bass. And then again the 1st note on the next bar with the bass in it. So it's open, 4th, 2nd, open with the bass as well. Yeah, and then come down on the 2nd fret for the next, pick up to the next bar. We glad tide. Whoops. That's the 4th fret there. Yeah, so with the 4th fret there, I want you to play the 3rd on the bass as well. So it's the 4th fret on the bass and on the top, and the middle string open. So it's glad tidings, 2nd fret on the top, 4, open, Christmas. There's an octave jump there from the 5 note on the 7th fret top to the open, and then our little phrase at the end. Happy New Year that we've played before. So don't expect, please, to get the whole tune from that. Just our lesson. There's a bit more to it than just your standard sort of up and down tune that's on a lot of sort of free video lessons, because you'll need the tab. So run over and get the tab, learncigarboxguitar.com. It's all over the front page. There'll be information there too about the other arrangements that I have for sale. There's 11 tunes all up. Some all have arrangements for finger pickers and for flat pickers. If you're a flat picker, you can play these as well. And yeah, have a close look at those, because they'll be some fun to play too. What I'm going to do now is show you a more advanced version of this same arrangement that you can move on to when you've studied this one, because that's the best way to get these more tricky ones, is start with the easy ones and then move on to the tricky ones. All of the arrangements in this Christmas pack do this. They'll give you just the melody with the chord chart, then this relatively easy type of arrangement really, and then the more complex one. Some of the tunes are easier to play than this, some are a little bit harder. But wrap your fingers around this one to start with, and you'll be surprised how well you manage. Just one little bit at a time, a few notes, a few bars. Once you get your hands in the right position to be able to play these things and just learn how they go, you'll surprise yourself as to how well you're able to manage. Okay, so I'll just recounting. Make sure that you look at the fingering on the notation on the tab, because that's going to help you get your hands in the right spot and move between these various shapes. And also make sure that you get this nice, smooth, flowing legato feel happening. And have a look at the electronic file that's on there too. There's information on the side as to how to use that. That'll help you to hear the various parts of all the arrangements too. All right, have fun with that. Merry Christmas to you and to yours. And I'll see you around, eh? Cheers.